Hear my cry, O God. Attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. For thou, O God, hast heard my vows. Thou hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name. Thou wilt prolong the king's life, and his years as many generations. He shall abide before God forever. O prepare mercy and truth, which may preserve him. So will I sing praise unto thy name forever, that I may daily perform my vows. David was literally hunted by King Saul's men. His life in Psalm 60 begins in a place of national crisis. The people of Israel are shaken, and King David pours his heart out in a poetic cry for help. This isn't a psalm of private anguish, it's a national lament. The opening words reveal much. O God, you have rejected us, broken our defenses. You have been angry now, restore us. In this journey, we will explore the spiritual, historical, and prophetic layers of Psalm 60, verse by verse, unlocking deep truths about failure, divine discipline, and ultimate restoration through God's power. David wrote Psalm 60 during military campaigns against Edom and Aram. The nation faced threats from all sides: internal weakness, external enemies. Ever felt like everything around you is shaking, and God seems distant? That's the emotional core of this psalm. David acknowledges that the military losses are not just strategic errors, they are divine corrections. You have made the land quake, you have torn it open. Sometimes, God allows setbacks to remind us that our strength alone cannot bring victory. That's a vital truth for any believer in spiritual battle. Despite the chaos, David doesn't wallow in despair. He shifts to prayer and proclamation. You have given a banner to those who fear you. This line speaks of identity and purpose. God lifts up his people, even in defeat, to rally under his name. We'll explore how in spiritual warfare, it's not just about avoiding losses, it's about remembering who leads you. David is not just a military commander, he is a worshiper. His songs become weapons. His cries are mixed with faith. In verses 6 to 8, God speaks, Gilead is mine, and Manasseh is mine, Ephraim is my helmet, Judah is my scepter. These tribal references may sound ancient, but they speak to something timeless. God reaffirms his sovereignty over every part of his people. He hasn't abandoned them. Even when he corrects them, he reclaims them. Moab, Edom, and Philistia nations that mocked Israel are reminded of God's ultimate dominion. This is a pattern of judgment and justice that we still see echoed in global history today. As the psalm nears its end, David cries out again, "Give us aid against the enemy, for human help is worthless. With God we will gain the victory." That last line, "with God we will gain the victory," is a declaration of total dependence. It contrasts the first verse, where God felt distant. This journey from lament to trust mirrors our own spiritual lives. We begin in confusion but end in confidence. The psalm becomes a cycle of restoration. Defeat becomes training ground. Delay becomes trust school. We'll now reflect on how Psalm 60 applies to our modern walk of faith. Have you faced spiritual battles that felt like losses? Maybe relationships crumbled, plans failed, or enemies rose. Psalm 60 gives us permission to weep, but also commands us to rise. God disciplines but not to destroy. He allows shaken to realign. This psalm gives us a divine roadmap. Acknowledge loss, seek God's help, remember his sovereignty, and declare victory in his name. Psalm 60 ends on a note of restored confidence. With God, we will gain the victory, and he will trample down our enemies. Let that be your closing meditation. No matter how fractured things appear, God's sovereignty is never broken. If your life feels like a battlefield, remember you have a banner. You are not abandoned. And your victory, like David's, begins with worship and ends with trust. Amen.